Hello tribe, I'm in the garden today to harvest some of the fluted pumpkin vegetables. This right here. It's also known as okongobong in Cameroon, and my Niger people call it ugu. So today is the day we harvest. We do like the first big harvest of the fluted pumpkin, and I'm so excited. So let's do the harvesting while I share with you some tips. For example, tips on growing the fluted pumpkin in containers, because I have these growing in containers right here. I'll talk about selecting the perfect location for growing your ugu, because I think I have found what really works, and also share with you a tip for getting your ugu vine to spread. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, try, just take a look. Take a look and appreciate my ugu right here. I think I've done a great job this year. I think I have done a great job this year, and like I said, they're all growing in containers over here, and they have spread, and they're growing all the way up on the tree, my neighbor's tree. So I need to cut them. I need to cut them today. If you don't know what the fluted pumpkin is, this is a precious vegetable for many tribes across West Africa, Central West Africa. So nutritious, so healthy, and quite a challenge to grow out here in the diaspora. But we're figuring it out. We are. Okay, let me start with tips around selecting the perfect location for growing your fluted pumpkin vines in the backyard. You don't want an area that is exposed to like way too much sunlight, I tried that before and it really didn't work. This particular ugu plants you see here, I have moved them around the garden because I had them in containers, and I finally found this spot right here that is kind of like partially shaded because of the tree and because of this greenhouse that I still have here. You know, it gets sun, but then the sun is not too harsh. I have found that the ugu vine really likes that kind of under the tree shaded vibes to do really well. So if you have that portion of your garden that gets some sunlight, but it's not like direct sunlight all day, every day, use that portion of your garden or that part of your garden to plant your ugu vine, and I think it will do very well. Right, now let's talk about the containers. If you're gonna grow ugu in containers, look for something that is about a 5-gallon size container at the very least, and then the soil mixture is going to be very important as well. I already have a video showing you exactly how to set up your soil for planting the fluted pumpkin in containers. Remember that the fluted pumpkin vine is a heavy feeder, so when setting up your container, be sure to add compost in there. Be sure to add a high nitrogen fertilizer, for example, chicken manure. Again, I have a video sharing exactly how to mix that, the ratio and all of that. So I'm going to drop a link in the description box down below. If you're interested, make sure you click on it and learn how to set up your soil, because without that soil setup done right, your ugu plant is not going to grow very well in containers. Okay, this one is going to be difficult to see because I now have other plants in the way here. But this is the ugu vine that I showed you a couple of weeks ago that I planted in containers. Okay, to get it to spread, we're going to do what is known as the first cutting. This is the very first harvesting, if you will, of the ugu plant. It is not a real harvest. What we're trying to do here is just to get the ugu to spread, which means develop more vines so you can have more harvest. We're going to count about 5 to 10 leaves from the bottom and then prune, okay? So when you do that, your ugu vine develops more of the vines from the nodes. So we're going to do the top pruning. Just count about 5 to 10 from the bottom of the leaves and then cut with a sharp object like so, and it will spread for you and produce more vines. So this first cutting is very important. Okay, Let's see if we can find another one. Okay, you see, that is a new vine that is trying to form. This one. Let's see how long it is. Let's see if I can show you this particular vine, how long it has become. See that? So we're going to do that pruning to encourage more of lateral growth, because when you do the top pruning, then you can encourage lateral growth. Otherwise, it will just keep growing very, very tall, which is not a problem. If you want your ugu vine to produce flowers like early, bloom early and produce seeds for you, then don't cut. But if you want to grow it for vegetables, you have to cut. I might just even leave this one alone. Maybe I might leave it alone. Let's see.